tweeting about the WNBA for 15 years, long before some of y'all even watched a WNBA game.
LeBron James just said something so wild. Caitlin Clark looked like she got hit with a full-court buzzer beater. Emotionally, fresh into the WNBA and already catching strays from the king himself? Yep. Whatever he said had her blinking like her mic was muted. Was it a compliment? A backhanded slap in emoji form? Or just classic LeBron being cryptic and chaotic? One thing's clear, Caitlin didn't see it coming, and now the internet's in flames. Get ready. This one's nuclear. Just be real. The moment LeBron mentioned Caitlin Clark, the entire sports world hit DEFCON petty. Suddenly, Twitter looked like a bad group chat filled with professional jealousy, courtside tears, and the wildest case of main character syndrome the WNBA has ever seen. Because apparently, giving props to a woman who dropped absolute heat in her first game is now offensive. Somewhere out there, Angel Reese is furiously chewing her gum in a powder while side-eyeing her phone like it betrayed her. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up for her first game. She arrived like a Category 5 ballerina. She torched the Chicago sky like they owed her money. Crossovers crisp enough to slice onions. Deep threes like she had Wi-Fi from the parking lot. And court vision that made defenders look like extras in her highlight reel. And yet, there she was post-game, still getting lukewarm praise while her haters grilled anyone with the audacity to say she was, good at basketball. Meanwhile, LeBron, the man who knows a thing or two about pressure and spotlight, simply states the obvious. Caitlin Clark is special. Cue the meltdown. Social media exploded like someone told the world pizza was canceled. Suddenly, LeBron wasn't a four-time NBA champ or a global icon. Nope. He was now public enemy number one for saying what literally anyone with functioning eyes could see. Backlash was so wild, you'd think he announced he was buying the WNBA and renaming it the Caitlin Clark Invitational. Angel Reese fans acted like LeBron had personally stolen their lunch money and used it to buy front-row seats to a Clark game. The outrage was Olympic level. People were reaching so hard to discredit Caitlin. They pulled muscles they didn't know existed. And let's not ignore the obvious. Caitlin Clark's performance was a masterclass. Her debut wasn't just solid. It was a full-blown statement wrapped in confidence and sealed with a jumper. She outplayed half the league while adjusting to new teammates, new pace, and a whole new level of scrutiny. But does she get her flowers? Barely. She gets weeds with a few thorns tossed in. Why? Because she's disrupting the status quo. The narrative was never ready for a rookie to walk in and dominate like she'd been playing professionally since kindergarten. The veterans were supposed to gently guide her, humble her, maybe even ignore her. Instead, she's out here rewriting the script like it's a group project, and she's the only one who showed up. And the most offended by this sudden rewriting of WNBA hierarchy? You guessed it, Angel Reese, who despite being praised for personality and energy, is now watching the entire spotlight swivel dramatically to her least favorite person in sneakers. It's like Caitlin walked in, took the throne, and Reese is stuck clapping from the nosebleeds. Let's talk numbers. Caitlin Clark's stats weren't just impressive, they were borderline disrespectful. It was like watching an algebra prodigy show up to a kindergartner's math class and get graded on effort. Meanwhile, other players ahem, Angel, are posting Mariana Trench if you're a successful white woman in the WNBA. Every time she scores, it feels like half the league holds an emergency meeting to figure out how to make it about themselves. And it doesn't help that the praise she does get becomes a battleground. Anyone who compliments her, be it LeBron or your Aunt Cheryl, suddenly becomes a target. You'd think Caitlin was building her fan base on the bones of fallen veterans the way people react. All LeBron did was say something mildly supportive, and you'd think he endorsed arson. Angel Reese, instead of focusing on her own game, seems stuck in a Caitlin Clark obsession spiral. Every mention of Clark feels like an existential crisis for Reese.